trip. This time I am going solo. Just going to make my way now over to Birkenhead to catch the ferry, late night ferry, which will get me into Belfast at 6:30 in the morning. It's an 8-hour crossing, so it's going to be a long night, but can't wait to get over there.
So the plan was long weekend in Ireland. The ferry's going to get me into Belfast at 6:30. I'm going to go up to the Giant's Causeway, across the north coast, up into Donegal to Malin Head, and then just see how far I can get down the Wild Atlantic Way before I have to make my way back over to Belfast for the ferry back home on Monday night at 10:30. The return ferry crossing cost me 160 quid. It's a bit extra though if you want a cabin. Quite a bit extra actually. Me being a bit of a penny pincher, decided against it. I have been on the ferry crossing before, and there's a few lounges knocking about as well where you can get your head down for the night. Just hope that there's no screaming kids running around.
So we are now on the ferry. If you look over there, that is Liverpool. We're over here in Birkenhead, as I say, I'm on the ferry now. We'll be getting ready to leave pretty soon. Seems pretty comfortable. Not sure if I'm going to get much sleep tonight, but see how we go, eh? See you in a bit. So we are now in Northern Ireland. We've got a ferry, bit of a choppy crossing. And when I got here, I realised why. The weather is absolutely shocking. Windy, rainy, wind's blowing me all over the place. It's still dark obviously because it's morning. Going through some country lanes, couldn't really see where I was going because the rain, it being dark. So really need to work out what I'm going to do now. Do a push on, or do not take the risk, turn back and get the next ferry. Let's see what it's like when it gets a bit lighter.
I don't know what you want from me, 'cause I don't want the same from you. Looking through a broken window, the one that you put through. A ring on my telephone 1,000 times a day. Still stealing down the line. You beg, you plead, you pray. You beg, plead and 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 pray. Casting out a shadow from amongst the city trees. I like the smelly cheap.
So I decided to push on and kind of ignore the weather, and to be honest it's calmed down a lot, the rain's stopped. It's still a little bit windy, but the sun's been out, the sky is a little bit more blue. I think it was just with it being dark this morning, it made everything seem a lot worse, but I pushed on, and I now find myself in Ballymoney, and I'm not really one for motorsports or motorbike racing, but I'm en route to the Giant's Causeway, so I thought I'd drop in at the Joey Dunlop Memorial. Don't really know a great deal about him. I know he's a bit of a local legend around these parts, and an Isle of Man TT legend, but I thought I'd just have a drop in, have a look at the Memorial Garden on my way up to the Causeway. I've got a few videos that I could show you as well.
Joey Dunlop won the Ulster Grand Prix 24 times. He had 26 TT wins, was awarded an MBE and an OBE, the latter for his humanitarian work with Romanian orphans. He sadly lost his life in the year 2000 whilst racing in Tallinn, Estonia, after losing control of his bike in wet conditions. Around 50,000 mourners attended his funeral, showing how big of a racing icon he really was.
Time push on now, heading up to the Causeway, somewhere I've wanted to go for years, so really excited about this next part of the trip. So see you up there, guys. As you can probably see, I'm at the Giant's Causeway now, somewhere I wanted to come for years and years. Read about it. I'm not going to go into detail about the form because I'm not exactly a scientist. I'm sure you can read up on it yourselves, but if you're ever in Northern Ireland, definitely a place to visit. Absolutely stunning. Bit of a walk though, from the visitors centre down to the Causeway is about, to the start of the Causeway is about 15 minutes. But that's just the start. It goes on and on and on, and that's what I'm going to do now. So that's if my legs will carry me up this big hill that I'm just about to go up now. But yeah, definitely recommend it. There'll be plenty of video on this one, I'm sure. I'm sure it'll whet your appetite to get yourselves here as well. If you can hear me with this wind, and obviously the Giant's Causeway got its name from an Irish giant, some folklore. He had a bit of beef with some Scottish giants, and the story goes he built the Causeway to go over to Scotland and have a bit of a do with him. On his way there, lost his arse a little bit, turned round and ran off home. Lost one of his boots. I don't know if you can see it there, but that is the giant's boot, Finn McCool's boot. Don't know what size feet he was, but pretty big. Well, he was a giant, I suppose. So that's the Causeway done. Box ticked. Now time to make my way over to Malin Head, where we're going to stay overnight. It's the most northerly point of Ireland, apparently, so there's some pretty good views up there. So it's about an hour and a half journey from here, so let's get cracking. Try and get some dinner en route.